Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegian renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Fair catch called for and made. So NC State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get into football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So
fires into traffic, it's picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Offense getting set for first down. Gives it to the back on the draw.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's second down. Trying play action. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
He's right on target. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Touch pass on the run. Inside the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Gets it out quickly.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that are so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Working that left side now. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Here come the Irish back on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Off play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Trying the left side. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
Offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The option look. He'll toss it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pushes ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they jump on top. The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half. So
he's loose. He's at the 40, at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab on the left. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
On the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here come the Irish back on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ready, go.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the ground. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Wide open downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Bringing it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Across the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The run from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Witherspoon.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the chains for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're going to ride this running back. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another. The defense calls a timeout, trying to get itself organized. Handoff from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll go to the counter. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Just drives it between the uprights. And there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking the deep shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is